Right, let me cut across to some big news coming in. A day before counting, the Congress starts the EVM blame with Digvijay Singh saying if BJP crosses 300, it will be due to faulty EVMs. Congress's big rigging attack on the BJP once again. Digvijay asserting India will get 295 seats, and if it's anything more than 300 for the BJP, be sure it's an attempt to rig the EVM machines. Here's what he said.
जनता का वोट अगर पड़ा है तो इनको बहुमत नहीं मिल रहा है और जो कांग्रेस पार्टी ने 295 का फिगर दिया है वो सही है और उसके बाद यदि 300 पार तो वो जनता का वोट नहीं है, वो ईवीएम मशीन का वोट है.
Right, let me cut across to Maushmi Singh joining us for more. Maushmi, Digvijay Singh says if BJP crosses 300, then it is due to EVMs. Casting aspersions on the EVMs, the polling counting process. Yet again, despite EC reminding people of India that there is no need to doubt the sanctity of the process, you have more comments coming in from the India bloc members.
Right, within hours of the Election Commission, Nabila saying that this was a historic election. If you compare worldwide, the number of voters that actually exercised their franchise actually made history, and the Indian voters should be really proud of that. Also, the EC went on to elaborate the process of counting, clearly saying that this is all manned by CCTV. The counting agents are permitted to watch through each and every phase of counting. So that's where the EC went on to quell the doubts of the opposition. But as you see that within hours, the opposition is yet again raking up that EVM debate that we've seen many times. If the result is not favorable, the opposition parties have actually slammed the EVM for it. However, this is perhaps the lull before the storm, and here at the AICC headquarters, if you can see that camera person Sanjeev will show you that preparations are going on for the counting day. Perhaps the Congress a bit better prepared than 2019 or 14, whereas we are seeing a more elaborate preparation for the counting day, as the results would be trickling in. So these are nervous moments for political parties, and there is a lot of pitching, a slamming match that's going on, especially after the exit polls were out and were not in favor of the opposition parties. Digvijay Singh also went on to reiterate that 295 would be the figure that the India bloc has posed, and that seems to be accurate. But as we had earlier discussed, Nabila, in that breakdown, if you see that the Samajwadi Party and the Congress is bagging almost 40 seats if the India bloc is correct in those 295 figure mark, and that means Akhilesh Yadav is expecting 40 seats in Uttar Pradesh, Tejasvi Yadav is expecting 20 to 22 seats in Bihar, and the Trinamool Congress along with the left and the Congress seems to be doing very well in Bengal. All those figures, even Karnataka for that matter, where exit polls give the Congress only 2-3 seats. The Congress figures say that we are bagging 15 seats in Karnataka. So that would be quite a different tangent on which the India bloc has made that assessment. We'll have to wait and see. Less than 24 hours from now, perhaps, there'll be another history in the making as far as, this dance of democracy is concerned.
Maushmi, but do stay with us. We see there's a big political war that's broken out over exit poll projections. India Today My Axis India survey has projected at least 361 to 401 seats to the NDA and 131 to 166 seats to the India bloc in 2024 Lok Sabha elections. This has, of course, triggered this massive political war. The opposition alliance has rejected these exit poll numbers. India bloc claims that they're winning at least 295 seats and will form the government at the centre. Congress Wayanad and Raebareli candidate Rahul Gandhi has mocked the exit poll numbers, calling them Modi media poll. Let me cut across to Maushmi for more on this. Maushmi, all exit polls are fake. They are Modi media fantasy polls. I mean, it's outrightly dissing every agency that has actually projected a trend here. And hardly once in history we hear in 2004 that the exit polls said something and something else happened altogether. But this is largely the trend that is visible across all survey polls, which the opposition says is all fake.
See, if you see that this is a combined, unified attack by the India bloc, almost as if they had deliberated in the meeting that they would, say that this is mass rigging in the exit poll as far as, the results are concerned. And they were all very well prepared. Yesterday we saw multiple, Zoom meetings and deliberations and brainstorming. The effort that the Congress has gone at length, to rubbish the exit polls was evident when, deferred live broadcasts of internal meetings was actually posted on Congress groups where Jairam Ramesh is speaking to all the state presidents saying that how incorrect the exit polls are. So perhaps the opposition stand on the exit polls has been an extreme offensive, Nabila, I would say. They could have, thought over the entire reaction that they have made as far as, the numbers are concerned. They could,
Maushami, in fact, I would like to bring in Tom Vadakan, who is the BJP spokesperson, joining us on the phone line. Tom, we see there's a lot of aspersions cast in the latest. Digvijay Singh of the Congress says if BJP gets anything more than 300, be sure EVMs are tampered.
See, the problem in the Congress party is now there is a huge power struggle because they're facing the fact that there is going to be a landslide victory for the BJP. And to keep in with the changing situation in the power struggle, they have to make such comments. Digvijay ji has made comments earlier too on such that it's nothing new. It's a broken tape, a broken record. So we don't take it seriously because I think the Election Commission has properly answered all those questions that were raised by the Congress party. So I don't think we need to join issues with them. This is basically part of a power struggle that's happening. Power centers in the Congress party are fast changing. So this is the kind of reactions you'll see coming from the Congress party.
Thanks very much, Mr. Vadakan, for joining us.